biding his time with these Zerglings, keeping a couple here just for scouting information, I think. And at this point, now that the sentries are out, these Zerglings are not going to be able to escape, especially with this huge wall off. So all he can hope to do is just do as much damage to the probe line as possible, targeting, as we can see, gas probes here. And if we look at the income here, actually, Protoss player is not behind by that much. That is rather shocking, I guess. Fairly obvious that the Zerg player here poured a lot of his minerals into getting all these Zerglings to do this huge bust, continuing to put the pressure on with all these Zerglings. But I think with these Sentry and Stalkers out, he's just not going to be able to do that much more. And we will see exactly, we can see shot up in the worker count. He will be droning up for the time being. He has really put the Protoss player on the back foot. He's able to expand while he did that big attack. And that's what you gotta do early game. It's so fundamental to RTS. You want to put the pressure on the opposing player, and while you do that, expanding is just an incredible idea. That's exactly when you should be expanding. When the other player is incapable of scouting or dealing damage to your hatchery, that's just a great time to expand. We do see more Zerglings coming in here, and I'm not sure about that choice, to be honest. Obviously, our Zerg player right now is kind of in looming fear of a 4-gate type build. We can see this gateway is going down, so and he will see that with those Zerglings, so he knows to expect an attack. Spine Crawler coming down at the natural here. And we should see, he is continuing to drone up, actually. That is rather surprising, cool, calm, and collected of him, because right now he only has a handful of Zerglings. If we look at the unit counting station, 16 Zerglings versus this force. These Zerglings will not be enough. Producing a couple of roaches, continuing to throw down some Spine Crawlers here at the natural. It'll be very hard for the Protoss player to push up into the main here with these Spine Crawlers placed so. And once these roaches get out, I think he's going to be able to defend this 4-gate push. And he is coming back to do a counterattack against the Protoss player. Brilliant play, but Warping and Zealots just in time. Excellent responses from both players. This is how you can see just what high-level play looks like. These players are so perceptive and so aware of the game state right now. Sending in one Zergling just to see what this army looks like once more. And he will probably continue to drone up at this point. This base defense is rather robust for the forces that we do see over here. And these Zerglings are continuing to just gather information. Don't want to venture in too far and get force fielded in, but yeah, we do have layer tech coming. Whoopsie daisy. Let me just fix that. Fix that. Right. So, we have layer tech coming down for SopiaWeRRa. The WeRRa clan Zerg player here. Continuing just to send one little Zergling. Have these Zerglings in key assault locations so the Zerg player can know when an attack is coming, because when you're this close, you have so little time to respond to that. And we can see the Protoss player is just a little behind. Economically, certainly he's behind. And his production buildings are a little bit wonky, as he did have to kill that one gateway. I'm not entirely sure about that play in general, throwing down the gateway there. I think sentries would have done an excellent job, and sentries are rather effective against Zerglings. So, yeah, we do see missile attack coming down and glial reconstitution for the Zerg player here. So we might be seeing a pretty roach Hydra-heavy build coming up here. And as you may or may not know, Hydras are so freaking effective versus these huge Protoss